So, speaking of the formal introductions, you're gonna have to wait until I go and, you know, collect the stuff from all their carcasses. Now, this is a doggy. The doggy died? Did the doggy die in combat, or was it dead?
The statue is even stranger. A shard of even a trip.
Okay, can't move the statue, got it. Ooh, the tree. Okay, that's gonna take some doing. It'll take some doing to figure out what the hell the problem with that tree is. I'm assuming, just have this feeling, you know. No, I'm pretty sure that the doggy was already dead. Maybe not, though. Don't know what's going on here. Let's not wander too far off. I'm starting to wander, and that's not, you know, as in roam around, and that's not good. Let's not do that. Well, it's good. It's just there's a time and a place. Okay, there's a time and a place. Let's go back to where we were. Make sure we've looted everything, and go and talk to our friend, whom, oh so conveniently, seems to have been interrupted in the process of telling us essentially what we're fighting.
Your senses, Godwoken. It is not too late. My master's offer remains true. Aid for aid. One boon for another.
I have a strong sense of deja vu, but I'm going to do it. I have a question.
Indeed, very well. I can see them straining against your
Who's
teeth.
behind the Voidwoken?
Have you lost all sense of reason? I will not risk any further attention from his subjects.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, and I think that's sort of what I'm kind of doing. So yeah, let's not do that. Do you have anything to trade? Yes, you do. Is it remotely useful? No, it's not. Well, I think these skill books, yeah, skill books are probably a little bit useful, but not really interested in money at this point. Okay. What do you want from me?
My master has been troubled by the presence of the void as it creeps ever forward, encroaching on areas in which he himself once ruled supreme. None more so than this island.
Uh-huh.
There is a tree at this island's core which has special significance to my master. Think of it as hallowed, sacrosanct ground. But the black ring maggots writhe all about its trunk.
Uh-huh.
And you will exterminate these termites. It is simplicity itself, in truth.
Sure I will. Sure I will. Now, that said, I need to assassinate the Advocate, who's also asking me to assassinate the Black Ring people. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to end in one giant circle of assassinations, but I'm not saying
Your
it.
attention is appreciated, sir, but misplaced. You... Kill the bastard! Wear his skin! Dance, citizens!
The elf's face twisted in a grotesque rage.
I beg your pardon. You need to speak to the Advocate, the lizard by the table. He is waiting.
Okay.
Sweet, succulent thing. We are so pleased to see you. but not as pleased as him.
You look into her eyes and see screams. You hear her gaze upon your body and taste her carnal, violent lust, metallic and sharp as a blade in your mouth.
Go. Speak to the advocate. Make him happy. Bring him pleasure.
I do not intend to bring him pleasure, quote unquote, by any means. And I already spoke to him. So it's a whole bunch of loonies, right? I mean, we knew this. This isn't necessarily anything new. You know, I've gotta wonder whether we could have teleported from here to there. Maybe with like Losa and the gloves, and then use the pyramid for the others, for the other two that couldn't. Yeah.
You are my master's guest. I welcome you as long as he does. Treat with him. Quickly.
Who is your master and what does he want?
He doesn't respond at first. Instead, he stares, consuming you with his eyes. He bites his frayed lower lip, drawing blood.
Master is master. He wants you to go to him, west of here.
Oh, he wants me... Ah, you mean the advocate. 'Cause... north, south, east, west... Yeah.
He barely seems to notice your...
You are so delicious. Please.
Okay, actually I want to talk to the bride as well.
Handsome sir, do not tease me with what I cannot have. My master has dealings with you. Make haste.
She blows you a kiss.
Okay, it's a bunch of loonies. I mean, that's... Don't know what I exactly expected, but... It's a bunch of loonies. I'm assuming their master is the advocate, and the advocate's master is the demon that rules this island. Which is fairly simple, straightforward, and understandable.
The statue gestures to your eyes.
And the what's their face? The black ring, I would assume, have been a bit of a nuisance. Didn't quite expect a fight, but okay. So, these with physical damage, these two with magic damage. Fairly simple, alright. Let's move up. Stabby, stabby.
Was it the death of the god?
I think it's the thing in front of you, but I don't know, you know. You can never be quite sure with these things, I know. Probably should have used this. Mind you, 240... Critical damage is a pain in the arse to calculate. Because I'll often overkill pretty unnecessarily. And yes, I know someone's now saying there's no such thing, but... Open for debate, I'd say. Ooh, if only you were a little bit more there and you were a little bit more there, that would have been... Oof. Okay. Let's do... Crippled. And slowed. Actually, just slowed. And then I will do adrenaline, because being the glass cannon basically means I have to. I'm going to do this as well. I was hoping it might hit the guy in the back a little bit, but you never know. Alright, now, I know I didn't kill you. I didn't do that on purpose because you're dead next turn due to burning. Living on the edge resists death. Death wish. Hold on. Isn't death wish a positive thing? Receives bonus based on missing vitality. Yeah, death wish is a positive thing. Why would you cast death wish on me? Someone care to explain what the hell is going on? For I am fairly bewildered, confused, and generally shocked. See, that was going to be a lot funnier if we shocked him with that, but, you know, tough luck. Okay, you should be dead next turn, and... Good God, Phoenix Dive is amazing. It really, really is. That's like an airstrike, for lack of better, nearly, but, oh well. Interesting. I would like... Like I said, I would like to rupture your tens because you're probably gonna move. Now, I know, resisting death and all that, so you can spray blood all over the place, but thanks, Losa. Not great, not horrible. Madness for one more turn. I wish I had something to just knock you out for a little bit, you know? You know what I mean? Like... a spell of sorts or something. Yeah, with the bonus that wasn't enough. Unfortunate. Let's use Source Vampirism, though. I mean, yeah, why not have a few extra source points in the bank? And then that. Oh, I fully understand you're still resisting death. That's honestly quite impressive. But there's nothing here that says I can't turn you into a chicken. Dear, that's never not going to be funny. Jesus! No. No. Stop. Uncomfortably close. Beast, are you alright there, mate? Like I was saying, uncomfortably close to death. Black Ring instructions. Probably a very important piece of document. The letter pulses as if possessing a heartbeat and glows with pale light. Children of the God King. Hold on a minute. Did the advocate give me an answer? Because, duh, he gave you an answer. Hear me out, dear fellow adventurers and party members and, dare I say, friends. The way he started saying that word, or that phrase, was like, they call him the God King. I was expecting a sort of to come after that, right? The God King of time, death, the void, I don't know, space. Something. But no, he's just God King, period. It sounds like one of those names you come up with in kindergarten or something along those lines, when you're playing around with your mates, when you're 3, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to be the king, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to be the knight, and you're like, well, I'm going to be better than both of you, I'm going to be the king, god, emperor, ruler of all. Right, this is it's a bit childish. You need a better name. Like, the Divine, eh? Better. The one who ascended, right? Think about it. Certain gravitas to it, and yet it doesn't sound childish. It doesn't sound trivial. It doesn't sound primitive. It's sophisticated. Anyways, my linguistic analysis of noun phrases and determiner phrases aside, the priests are in disarray and the tree is soon to give up its secrets. It's time to descend upon Blood Moon Island. The demons would bar the way with death fog, but I dare say the unliving among you should have no trouble passing, nor should those with a gift for surviving such toxins. So they exclusively sent my kin here, and okay, obviously those with a knack for surviving toxins, which I'm not sure exactly how you're supposed to be talented at surviving toxins, but I guess people are innovative and they find a way. Okay, we don't need that. I was going to do that. We don't need it. We don't use bows. Hammered scale. Ooh. Requires strength 13, though. I'll think about putting one extra point in strength just so I can wear those. It seemed like something I'd like. I completely did the wrong thing. Ah, there we go. Beast. Any interest? Actually, yes. +1 leadership. Yeah, absolutely. Oddly enough, they're the same thing, basically, but and for these too. We're finding good stuff over here. Interesting. Mind you, we are at a bit of a sore spot when it comes to armor in general.
Oh, looks unfinished. Was it never used?
Quite possibly. Quite possibly. $27,135. Potentially for the wizards in the Leadership, initiative, air, and dodging. Yeah, definitely. It's like better in every way, basically. Cool. We're finding useful things, which is, you know, I mean, it's good, but it's also indicative of probably the kind of things we're going to have to fight here. Which is not all that good. Ah, well, I moved something, alright. Is there nothing in this vault? Is this a vault that is just the designer of the island never got around to finishing it and putting all the stuff in it, so now it's just like, you know, this was meant to do something, but it no longer does. Sorry, we can't help you, right? I mean, there's nothing here, right? Okay, look, we'll go back when and if we get a pointer over here, but there's not even like, you know. I mean, I can't see anything. We'll go back if we find something out about the place, I suppose. Make sense?
What's this? I found something.
Makes sense to me. What did I find?
Volumes upon volumes. A trove of history and knowledge.
Now this is a bloody vault. Interesting. The dark presence encroaches. Let this journal serve then as a monument to truth, a rare treasure in a world built on lies. To whomever reads this, please know we only intended to protect, never harm. No priest I know would see the innocent suffer. Blood Moon Island's very purpose was to keep Rivellon safe, to exorcise and cleanse, to relieve demon-infested souls, wherever we might find them. Not every victim is so easily purified. These are the unlucky ones, destined to wither eternally, vessels for the demons too stubborn to return to the plane they call home. Elenessa was one such vessel. Deva brought the elf sorcerer here. She was limp, glass-eyed, silent. Oh, I don't like where this is going. We all felt the presence when we drew near. We knew such darkness could never be cast out. She would be banished to the vaults, along with the priest unlucky enough to shackle her. But it was never to be. Deva had tired of seeing her brothers and sisters sacrificed. He performed the exorcism on Elenessa himself, in spite of our protests, in spite of our prayers. And so the shadow was released. Elenessa did not survive the exorcism, but I take some comfort in knowing an ancestor tree will grow where she fell. As for Deva, Deva? Whatever. I do not know his fate. I rushed to the archive knowing the presence must never be allowed to sing the hymn and enter the vaults. Yet, I have found but one. Where the rest may be, I cannot be certain. So now I wait. The shadow will engulf me soon. Whatever Blood Moon Island might become, know what it once was. A temple of hope and healing. I pray this is how you remember us. Archivist Blaren Sidow. So this then is the story, or the history, if you will, of the island. Not to be overly nerdy, pessimistic, or whatever, but so far, easily the most worthwhile thing we found. Whoops. Might have knocked a few books over, sorry. I'll take it, someone else might need it. Does anyone need a belt? Constitution, telekinesis. It's not great. Yeah, take it. Onslaught skill book. I mean, Beast already has Onslaught, I know that for a fact, so might as well. That was going to be any useful, but you know. Something better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Oh, sorry, I didn't read this. About radical measures.
Not much of a landlubber, but sometimes I get...
Hold on. Incurable cases should be handled with the utmost reverence and care. It is no small thing to commit two souls to the vaults. Yes, two. The possessed and a priest to watch after them. From this life into the next, hallowed be those who sacrifice themselves for this holy purpose. Picture of a lord. Ah, corrupted blade. Very good skill. Very interesting. The archivist has nothing on him but paper.
Spotted something.
I can feel my source powers draining at the merest touch. Tenebrium is truly a material of the void.
Okay, can we open it? Probably not. Was it Beast that can... Thank you.
I can feel my source powers draining at the merest touch. Tenebrium is truly a material of the void.
Another pyramid. How very useful.
Actually, no. Actually, no. It's utterly and completely useless, I would argue,
The
but...
transparent
okay.
artifact glimmers of its own accord, as if conducting light from another world, another plane of living. As your hand nears it, it shivers and speaks.
I'm talking sword. I'm talking broken sword.
You listen
Alright.
closely, but while you think you've heard similar utterances in the past, you cannot make sense of its words.
You're part of a set. All the ancient artifacts, are they ancient artifacts, unusual artifacts, whatever. All the unusual artifacts are part of a set. I can feel it. Why? Well, they have this thing in common that they all talk to me in a weird language I cannot understand. That's my, it's basic deduction and logic. People, keep up. Let's examine it more closely.
It's a blade, seemingly separated from its hilt. It's clearly of a kind with the object you recovered from the Surrey tomb.
Put it in the back.
The hilt of a blade, I do believe. And clearly, no ordinary blade.
Ha. This is what the untrained eye would say, but me, I know. Not the eternal artifact, we need the unusual artifact. Where is the unusual... So, unusual blade, unusual artifact. There's probably a third piece that we're missing. There's probably a third piece that we're missing. But let's try like this. No, there's probably a third piece we're missing. I can bet you any money that's it. But this was very insightful and oh so useful, so yeah. Glad we went here, honestly. Really, really am. Now this looks like a place where you'd fight someone as well. It's like a good open spot for an ambush. Well, we'll see, I suppose. Let's take a breath for a second. I'll take a minute to catch our breath, even.